Well, to start out with the history of the CFA Society of Thailand, sometimes we have to go back a little bit further, maybe 10 years or 15 years before that, when the Thai capital market has the Security Analyst Association. During that time, the SAA was the person who was in charge in promoting some of the CFA activity and the Analyst Association activity. I think it goes back to Dr. Marui, the former president of the Stock Exchange of Thailand, Ajahn Burin, who was the president of the Security Analysis Association, and also many of the people involved in the early days. For example, Kun Sopawadi at the Stock Exchange of Thailand, and even Kun Kitirat, who was the president of the Stock Exchange of Thailand. These people were the people who helped the CFA Society of Thailand got started. I think for me, myself, it was in the year of 2001 or 2002. During that time is when we all get together with a couple of our former founder. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's about 35 or 40 when we call up these founding members to start out. And it took us a few years before we became a society, because initially the USA, the AIMR during that time, before they renamed it the CFA Society, they used this word called chapters as the way for us to form a group of interested parties who would want to promote the CFA program as a whole. So it goes back a long way, even way before this 15 years anniversary. So the credits go to many, many people, especially in the early days of the Thai capital market, who helped and understand. And you have to mention many of the former Secretary General of the SEC as well, whether it's Kun Thirachai, Dr. Prasan. All these people were involved in promoting the professions of analyst, asset management, and that's how we all, as myself as a founding president of the society and the chapter as well, we all get together and we recognize that it's time for us during those times to start the whole chapter movement.
CFA Society of Thailand was founded in late 2002 when about 35 of us come together and we form what we call a chapter society since then. And at the time, membership is about less than 100, and it grew and average about 50 members per year, but it linked around for about 200 to 300 members by 4-5 years time. You see, that's how we were founded. And later on, we changed the name to become society, because we grew from surpass the 50 membership and become 100 members.
So much has changed. I came to Thailand in 1992, started working in the stock market in 93, and nobody in Thailand at that time knew of CFA. In fact, our first few charter holders at that time flew to America to take the exams and then flew back. So we didn't know much about it. But by the time we started the society 15 years ago, we had a small group of maybe 30 people or so that had passed the exam from the beginning days until that time. And we really just got together as a group of people who cared about finance, were interested in learning about finance, and wanted to get to know each other and share our experiences. The key thing about that time is that we didn't have any influence on the society, we didn't have any influence on the regulators or anything that was going on. We just had a passion for learning more and learning more about finance, and I think that's where the CFA Society started off, and it's come so far from there.
At first, when we started out as a chapter, the primary mission was to help members and to help candidates. Initially, we were only a few hundreds of those who passed level 3 and became charter. And we found out that we had about 400 candidates each year of level 1, 2, and 3, but the passing rate was not that well. So we organized study groups, we organized members' activities, and we actually promote the Word CFA program to the whole Thai capital market, to both the university level and to those working in the industry. So initially it was very much members focused. As time goes by, when the society was formed, we start looking at the market, the capital market in general. So we took on various initiatives that the CFA program has, whether it was ethics, whether it was corporate governance. And we found a promoter within the Stock Exchange of Thailand in the early days that they recognized that this is important and they would like us to promote, for example, the corporate governance. So during that time, with the movement within the Institute of Directors, the IOD, the Security Exchange Commission and the SET, we managed to translate many documents from the CFA program into Thai. And those were the first starting activities that we start promoting outside the members related activity. So all in all, it will start out as a member focus, but as time goes by, it goes to the capital market in general.
I was honored to serve as the president of CFA Society of Thailand during 2009-2013. At the time, I was a second president. So our primary mission at the time is to grow our membership base. And one way of doing that is that we need to enlarge our candidacy base so that to groom our future financial professions. And the way of looking at that is that we need to enlarge our membership. By doing so, first of all, we try to do more engagement with the candidacy level. One way of doing that, we promote various candidacy programs like CFA study group. Secondly, we do outreach to the university. We conduct or we come out with the CFA Research Challenge program. And thirdly, we do engage with the university liaison as well. We have CFA program partners university. Having one of them is the Nida Business School as the first one, Sasin Business School as second, and thirdly, right now we have Chulalongkorn Business School as our so-called university program partner.
So the mission of CFA Society is that once we all pass our exams, we move from interacting with the institute mainly to interacting with the society. And as I've been involved with the society and seen societies all around the world, what I can say is the most important thing about the society from my perspective is the networking. The ability to connect with other financial professionals and know that the person on your left and the person on your right is someone who's ethical, knowledgeable, and most importantly, you know that they're a disciplined person when it comes to studying and their work. So when I think about our society in these days, I really think more about the networking. The second thing about the society that I think a lot of members forget about is that it's a global organization. So when you are in CFA Society Thailand, it means that anywhere you go around the world, you can go and visit with other societies or other society leaders. So when I first started in the society, I didn't get this point so much. But now that I've been involved for a long time, I know that that networking is so powerful to advance your career, get to know a lot of people, and have fun in the industry. Now, besides the networking aspect of the society, we also want to influence the industry and get involved in the industry and try to bring good things to the financial industry in Thailand. And so we have been doing a lot more in that case compared to in the old days when we only had a small group of people. Now with a society of more than 400 members, we can have an influence. In fact, nowadays, our regulators, our stock exchange, these organizations engage us much more than in the past. About 300 or so when I started. And the thing is that, as I always say to members, the CFA Society Thailand is never going to be a huge organization. In fact, it will always be small, and occasionally we have some great years of good growth. But the most important thing that I've seen over the last 4 years is a real engagement by volunteers, particularly the board of directors. And what I've learned as a president is how to better engage and pick the board of directors that wants to be active in the society and are aggressive at being active in society. So I'm really proud of the things that our board has done recently. Some of the big accomplishments that we've made, for instance, one that we've really done very well on, one of our board members focused a lot on expanding the University Research Challenge. And we went from having maybe 4 or 5 universities participating when I started as president to now having about 24 universities participating. That's a major increase and a major opportunity for young people to, number one, engage with CFA, and number two, for them to learn about finance. And I think for number three, most importantly, is to understand that we can be ethical in our behavior in the stock market. One of the other more recent developments that we've got is that we're partnering with other organizations, whether that's the Securities and Exchange Commission of Thailand, the Institute of Directors, or recently the Coalition Against Corruption. And we've been working on a way to allow CFA charter holders to take their ethics and their high ethical standard and bring that to the Coalition Against Corruption, which is a private sector initiative trying to get companies to certify themselves that they are against corruption and they have policies in their company to fight corruption. This fits perfectly with some of the ethics that we have within the CFA society and within members. So this is another major development that we've had over the years.
I became CFA shadow holder since August 2016, and the benefit of becoming part of CFA society is that it gives me access to the local network of investment professionals, as well as gives me a lot of knowledge that I gained from participating in CFA events.
"15 years ago, when CFA Society Thailand was born, I also started my CFA program. Back then, very few people knew about CFA program. I was lucky that I was doing my internship and my supervisor was studying for the exam, so I get to know about it. 15 years later, things have changed. Now, a lot of people know how CFA can help them make progress in the financial career and how it helps raise the ethical standards for this finance profession. As for the society, we have made a huge progress, especially among students and young generation. We organize career workshop and career talks to provide guidance to financial career. We make available access scholarship for those who need assistance. We also provide mock exams for those who want to try at very affordable price. And we organize CFA Research Challenge. Who would have thought that one day a team from Thailand will become a world champion in doing equity research? Having said that, there are a few other areas that we have done a lot, but we need to do a lot more. We want to be the society for employers. Now, you may notice that many employers, banks, asset management companies, they state that when they are hiring, they want someone with CFA credential. And when they already got their employees who are charter holders, they publish in their website and in their presentation the names of the employees with CFA charters. That says a lot how CFA is important as a financial credential. We want to be society for regulators. So far, we've been working closely with the SEC, and this year we co-organized the Thailand Investment Conference to promote the concept of putting investors first. Now I congratulate CFA Society Thailand for its 15th anniversary, and I want this society to be your society, so just join us.